Hey guys, welcome to another reaction video. This one is going to be to Thor the Dark World pitch meeting. Link will be in the description for the original video. Go check them out before you check out my reaction. As you guys know, I love pitch meetings. For those of you guys that keep watching my channel. After this one will be the Thor Ragnarok one. I've already done the first one. Like I said, I want to do all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe pitch meetings. So I can't wait to see what they got for this one, because honestly, the first one was meh because it was an introduction to Thor. I am not a fan of the Dark World Thor movie, so let's see how it goes. Yeah, so link will be in the description. Check this out.
So you have a Thor sequel script for me? Yes, sir, I do. And you know how the first movie started with Odin narrating over a flashback of a big war between Asgardians and an evil race over some magical artifact? Oh, so you're gonna mix that up a bit, start it differently? No, I'm gonna do that again. Oh, you are? Except this time, instead of frost giants, it's dark elves, and the magical thing is called the Ether. Well, I guess that's slightly different from the first movie.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, slightly different from the first movie's the name of the game here. Nice. Yeah, like we're gonna do that thing again where a major plot point involves Thor going against his dad's wishes to take on an enemy. But it's not the same enemy, so it's slightly different. Exactly. Amazing. So anyway, we're gonna meet up with Thor, and he's gonna be all sad and mopey. Oh, that's interesting. It's like, hey, what if Thor was less fun as a character? Right, so yeah, he's all bummed out.
Oh my god.
Jane. But wait, wasn't he just on Earth for the Avengers movie? Yeah. If she's all he can think about, you'd think he would have reached out to her or something.
Yeah, really.
He was just so busy, you know, there was no time. He went out for shawarma. Yeah, just super busy.
Oh my god.
Days together several years ago? Yeah, but the bond they created is strong and eternal. What if Natalie Portman doesn't come back for another movie in the future? Well, we'll just have them break up. It's no big deal. Great. Yeah. So how does she get involved in this movie? Well, we're gonna have her happen to be the one human on Earth to stumble upon a portal, which then happens to bring her right next to the Ether, which happens to take over her body, which then makes her integral to the plot. Wow, that is a real stretch. Yeah, well, the thing is, I hear stretching is actually really good for you. That's a good point. Stretching is tight, especially when your muscles are feeling tight. Anyway, so because
oh my god, it just doesn't make sense.
Wakes up from hypersleep. Oh, what's his deal? Well, there's this convergence thing happening where all the 9 realms align, so he wants to use the Ether to plunge them all into darkness. Why? Because he's evil. Why is he evil? He's not very nice. How come, though? He's the bad guy. Oh, that's as deep as this goes, isn't it? Yeah, he's a big meanie, just a real bully. So who else is in the movie? Oh, well, Darcy the intern's gonna be in the movie again, and now she has an intern too. Why? Because he's like a sidekick. Isn't she already a sidekick? Yeah, so adding another one's like an extra layer of comedy. Is it? Maybe.
No, not really.
It's like whatever. Fair enough. Anyway, so then the whole story's helped along by the fact that Heimdall is horrible at his job. What do you mean? Well, his whole thing is that he sees everything and he's supposed to guard the Bifrost Bridge. Right. But he can't see Jane, so Thor has to go get her. Oh. And then he doesn't notice an obvious enemy sneaking past him. Damn. And he doesn't realize there's a giant invasion until it's too late. Wow, yeah, they should probably find someone else to do his job. Yeah, well, to be fair, it seems like everyone on Asgard is pretty incompetent. How so? Well, for one thing, they put prisoners in cells in their full armor without checking them at all. Right. So yeah, that's gonna lead to this giant attack / prison break scene. Well, the bad guys got lucky that everybody on Asgard sucks. Oh, so what happens during the scene? Well, Thor's mom is gonna take care of protecting Jane, right? Okay. And she's gonna trick Malekith by creating an illusion that Jane was there, but she really wasn't. Very sneaky. So then she's gonna get killed. Why didn't she create an illusion of herself too? Well, I want her to die so it brings Thor and Loki together. Right, but she could have easily not died. Yeah, but I want her to. Well, okay then. So then later Thor and Loki go to the Dark World. And Malekith is gonna get the Ether and Loki's gonna get killed. But not really. Of course not. People love Loki. Okay, great. And Jane's gonna be like, man, I wish I had never found the Ether. Yeah, this is kind of all her fault. But Thor's like, you know, if you hadn't found it, then Malekith would have just found it sooner. But didn't Malekith only wake up because she found it? Right. So what the hell is Thor talking about? I don't know. Fair enough. Trapped in the Dark World. Oh man, is it gonna be hard for them to get out of there? Actually, it's gonna be super easy.
Barely an inconvenience.
Oh really? Yeah, they're immediately gonna stumble onto a spot that has a direct portal to Earth. Jane even has cell phone reception and finds her car keys. Wow, that is extremely convenient. So then there's gonna be a huge battle on Earth involving portals and stuff. And what happens if Thor loses? Well, it's the end of reality as we know it. So I imagine the Avengers are gonna come help since the fight's happening on Earth.
They're not.
But they got together to stop an invasion in the first Avengers Avengers
They're
movie, they're not gonna
not.
try to stop the end of reality. It's just not important enough to justify getting the whole team together. In the next Avengers movie, they're gonna get together to fight a snarky robot. Yeah, see, that sounds important. Thor's gonna handle this one alone. If you say so. So then Malekith is gonna get crushed like a cartoon character, and that's about it. Hilarious. So what do you think? Well, people seem to like the first movie, and this is pretty much a rehash of that, so I think we're good. Awesome. I mean, as long as the actors like it, that's all that really matters.
I don't like Thor Dark World. Now, just like how I'm not a fan of Iron Man 3, I wasn't a fan of Thor Dark World. I don't know, I wasn't a fan of it. I know some people might have liked it. I just was not a fan. It was funny, honestly. I just did not like that movie. Chris Hemsworth, he didn't even like it. That's also, I heard that's what led to also of him not wanting to come back to play the role as Thor. Not as long as like the role made sense, you know. Like that's at least what I heard. I heard that after Thor Ragnarok and after the next Avengers movie that comes out in April, after Avengers Endgame, Chris Hemsworth is almost kind of done of playing the Thor character, but he's willing to come back as long as the role makes sense for his character, you know, or for the character if, you know, for whatever film. But I don't know. Like I said, I thought the video was funny. There was stuff they pointed out, and I also just thought that the movie sucked. I just trip out on how it took two the crappy whatever Thor movies to make a good Thor movie, Thor Ragnarok. That one is literally hands down the best Thor movie, and maybe even Thor adaptation we've gotten as a role of him so far. But we'll get to Thor Ragnarok. I'll talk more about Thor Ragnarok when I do the pitch meetings for Thor Ragnarok. But I don't know, I'm not a fan. I laughed when they said, what if Natalie Portman doesn't come back for another Thor film? And he was like, oh, we'll just have them break up, you know, because their love is so strong and important. No, it was kind of like whatever, you know. They found love in a couple days in the first Thor movie. He doesn't go to see her at all in Avengers. He apparently doesn't see her for long periods of time in Thor Dark World, which is why he's all depressed and everything. I mean, he was able to go to Earth for Avengers and all that, and he's able to go back to Earth for Avengers: The Age of Ultron. I don't know. Their love was like the story for their characters in the Avengers and like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It wasn't that great, honestly. I mean, how Pepper and Tony's like love together is hell of a lot better like than theirs. I'm not that big of a fan of Natalie Portman. I felt like her character in Thor Dark World didn't need that big of a role. You know, that she had to be one of the main key parts. That the form of the reality stone that was in that, all that, like I can't remember what they called it when it was in that liquid state. How it kind of like engulfed her and like was like inside her. That like, I don't know, that was all very necessary. That didn't need to happen. I honestly feel like it. I don't know, but that's just my opinion. I'm just not a fan of Thor Dark World, to tell you the truth. But it is what it is. So let me know what you guys thought of not just Thor Dark World, but the Thor Dark World pitch meeting. You know, like I said, I thought it was funny. I just, at the same time, everything he was pointing out, it's not like I wasn't liking it. I was just in awe that I agreed with it. I just couldn't keep my composure. You know, like, favorite, subscribe. Go check out the pitch meetings. Like I said, the link will be in the description below. Hope you guys enjoyed. And until the next one, guys.